Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm filming a video on 5 tips to prepare yourself for exams such as midterms and finals. And also I need to tell you that I don't know where my camera stand is, so I'm filming this with my camera in my hand. So the quality of the video may be a little bit different. So let's get started. Number one, I advise you to start to learn to study smarter and not harder. When I was younger, I used to study everything. I overstudied. And yes, a lot of things may be important in the course that you take, but what's more important is you understanding the bigger picture and the concepts that need to be understood. And if you understand the bigger picture, you understand the finite details. So what I suggest is to actually talk to your professor or your teacher and ask them what they think you should focus on. So like what topics, whatever you should place more emphasis on, and also how to proceed to study for the class. You know, some professors give out study guides, some professors give out practice exams. Like I said in my previous video, adaptation is very important. It's like really crucial and critical towards success and progression. So if you're able to adapt in the midst of change, it will be so much easier for you to acclimate. Okay, so the second thing that I suggest is to space out time to study. So I mentioned this in my previous video also, cramming is not a good idea. If you want to learn something, do not cram. Do not cram if you want to learn. When you recall, you want to be able to retrieve that information out of your long-term memory bank, and the only way you can do that is to spend time with the material. And so I suggest 4 to 7 days to study for a certain topic. In terms of like bio, I spend like 7 days. For chemistry, 7 days. Like the physical sciences, like the hardcore sciences, I spend at least 7 days studying for the class, and I will break it down to you. So the first 3 days I will do content review. So it's all you know, going through the concepts that you've learned in class, all of your notes, the lectures, PowerPoints, and your readings. So those 3 days I just do straight content review. Then the next day I would meet up with my friends and have a study group session, and we will talk about all the things that we've learned. So for example, you know, cell division, we'll talk about cell division, and then we'll continue to talk about, you know, meiosis, for example. So I will do that, and then for the next 2 days, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, for the next 2 days I will practice material and take like practice tests if they give you practice tests, or I would lecture to myself or teach my family, my friend. The day before the exam, I try not to study too much. I don't want to overstudy and like burn myself out. So I will just review and just chill out, you know. And then the day of the exam, I just study a little bit before the exam. You don't want to be so anxious, and then that anxiety may hinder your performance on the exam. I think it's really important that you feel comfortable and you are comfortable while you're studying. You don't want other stimuli impeding with the material that is at hand and in front of you. So I don't want to sit here and like be distracted by the itchiness that I'm feeling from my wool sweater, or like if I'm wearing pants, I don't want to feel like I have like no blood circulation in my legs. And also for the day of the exam, I like to feel comfortable, but I also like to make sure that I illustrate self-care by brushing my hair, brushing my teeth. Basically, on the day of the exam, I tend to look fleeky, you know, like I just dress up and I look like I have a lot of self-care, because I do. On the day of the exam, I always dress to kill the exam, just boost my self-esteem. It's a way of reward for myself, because I've studied so hard for like a week or two, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to take care of myself. I'm gonna dress up, I'm gonna look fleeky, go to class, kill the exam, and walk out. It's about confidence too. If you feel confident in yourself as a person, then you'll do better on the exam, and you'll perform better in whatever area it is that you are focused on. Please get enough sleep. 6 to 8 hours is what I recommend. Make sure you eat well-balanced meals. Drink a lot of water. Coconut water has electrolytes in it. I eat berries because there's research that shows They stimulate neurogenesis, and also they help with cognitive decline, and are very high in antioxidants and help with memory consolidation. I tend to eat complex carbs meals during exam weeks because I want to make sure that my blood glucose levels are steady and that my brain is receiving the fuel that it needs, because your brain uses a lot of glucose. You want to make sure you're nourishing your body and your brain and that you are not feeling fatigued. I also tend to eat protein a lot when and high fats like avocado and eggs, because it keeps me satiated for a long time and I'm not distracted by my stomach growling. So that's one thing. And also packing your snacks are good. Because then you don't have to worry about what you're going to eat later, and you don't have to worry about stopping studying and like making and preparing snacks. So I tend to prepare snacks ahead of time and prepare meals ahead of time so that I can spend more time studying. Oh, and the last thing that I want to share is make sure that you are fit and active, because working out helps blood circulation and helps, you know, pump oxygen to certain parts of your body, especially your brain. So I advise at least 15 to 30 minutes of cardio a day. You don't have to like be a gym rat and spend like hours on end in the gym. If you want to do that, that is fine, but I don't have time for that. But I do usually work out like 1 hour a day. But when I'm really busy, like during exam weeks, I try to do at least 15 to 30 minutes of cardio a day. And also I like to take study breaks because my attention span is like really short. I don't know, I swear I have ADHD. My doctors have told me that I had it, but I don't care. I'm like not gonna take medication for it. Anyway, so exercise. What was I saying about exercise? Oh, study breaks, yeah. You see, my mind goes everywhere. When I feel like nothing is registering and nothing is processing in my mind, I just stop and I take a study break. What I do is turn on music and I just start to dance, you know, and I also love dance hall, so I'll just put dance hall on, whine a little bit, and then get back to studying, and it helps. Some of my friends go jogging, or they'll like walk from one part of campus to another part and then come back. Wherever you're studying, just like get up, get your heart pumping a little bit more, then baseline, and then get back to studying. It's really helpful. Or if you don't want to do that, you could just chill, do your scheduling, do other things, just chill out a little bit and then get back to studying and kill it. So these are the 5 things that I want to share with you. Sorry, this video is kind of weird because I don't have all the equipment that I need, but I realize that this is like time sensitive material, and a lot of you have taken your midterms already and are preparing to take your midterms. And so I just want to share 5 things that I personally do, and maybe it will help you, and I hope it does. So good luck studying, and I will see you for my next video. Thank you. Bye.